Session will now come to order. Please rise for the Philippine National Anthem. Please remain standing for the opening prayer to be led by the Honorable Warren Senior.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, as we deliberate in today's session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion. Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice. Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise. Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good. Give us the facility of language that we may be understood. And finally, our Lord, make us worthy public servants of this province. We deeply love and highly honor the province of Camarines Sur, the premier province of the Bicol region. Amen.
Thank you, Honorable Senior.
Dikit lang yan, sarap lang. Dahil pa, maluya.
The Secretary is now requested to do the roll call.
Honorable Vice Governor Fortunato C. Peña.
Present.
Honorable Board Member Warren A. Senior. Honorable Board Member Darius S. Nopra. Honorable Board Member Fabio F. Figuracion. Honorable Board Member Nelson B. Julia. Honorable Board Member Rudy T. Espiritu Jr. Honorable Board Member Emmanuel H. Noble. Honorable Board Member Hilmar S. Pacamala. Honorable Board Member Amador L. Simando. Honorable Board Member Giovanni A. Senior. Honorable Board Member George Ardengua. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mr. Chairman, I have the honor to certify the existence of a quorum.
Considering that we now have the quorum, we'll now proceed with our session. The Honorable Amador Simando is now recognized, the Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this juncture, may I move for the approval of the journal of the previous session, that is journal dated November 19, 2015, the 115th regular session.
Anybody seconding the motion? Duly seconded by the Honorable Noble. Any objection? Hearing none, the same is approved. Next item.
Approval of the agenda.
Any inclusion from the body? Yes.
The Honorable Pacamara is recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. Chairman. For inclusion, resolution fully supporting House Bill number 3849 introduced by Honorable Antonio Bravo and Crescente C. Paez, both representatives of the NATCO party list, entitled An Act Amending Certain Provisions of the Charter of the National Irrigation Administration to abolish the irrigation service fees imposed on farmers, which was filed at the House of Representatives on February 5, 2014, as business for the day.
Under business for the day, anybody seconding the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Simando. Any objection? Hearing none, the same is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other inclusion from the body?
Any other inclusions?
There being no other inclusions from the body, Mr. Chair.
The Honorable Senior is Warren Senior is recognized.
Inclusion, Mr. Chairman, under business for the day. two resolutions, Mr. Chairman. The first resolution is resolution fully supporting House Bill number 6062, introduced by Honorable Lenny Rona Robredo, Representative 3rd District of Camarines Sur, entitled An Act Creating a System of Food Distribution for Addressing the Nutritional Needs of the People, providing for its procurement process and appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, which was filed at the House of Representatives on August 26, 2015. The second resolution, Mr. Chairman, is resolution fully supporting House Bill 6387, entitled An Act in Strengthening the Barangay Unit through Support for Barangay Officials and Barangay Volunteer Workers, amending Republic Act 7160, providing funds therefore and for other purposes, filed by Honorable Lenny Rona Robredo, Representative, 3rd District of Camarines Sur, at the House of Representatives on January 14, 2016. The co-author, Mr. Chairman, of these two resolutions, Mr. Chairman, is the Honorable Vice Governor Fortunato C. Peña.
Anybody seconding the motion? Unanimously seconded.
I move for its inclusion, Mr. Chairman.
That is included in the business under business for the day. Same is approved.
Any other inclusions? There being no other inclusions, Mr. Chairman, from the body, I move for the approval of the agenda as amended.
Duly seconded by Honorable Bengua. The agenda for today as amended is hereby approved.
Appearance of guests. The appearance of Engineer Virgilio C. Castillo, Director, Unified Project Management Office, DPWH, Port Area, Manila, to enlighten the August body on various concerns, to wit, programs of work, design of the 2 Sky Bridge project, and copy of the SAL and/or allocation made on the released and unreleased portion of the budget, and/or any record stating above the funds of said project. This is upon the request of Honorable Piña.
Do we have a representative from the DPWH? Do we have a representative?
We have non-representative, Your Honor. But then we were able to, our administrative officer were able to talk to the Secretary of Virgilio Castillo, and he confirmed that he will be.
What is that, Mr. Chairman? Mr. Engineer Virgilio Castillo?
Yes, he's not here, Your Honor. He's
But,
not here. But then we already have sent an invitation
He
to.
received our invitation.
Yes.
Then,
Fax message, and through LBC, Your Honor.
any reaction?
There was no response, Your Honor.
Huh?
No response from Engineer Castillo.
Well, Mr. Chairman, huh? Oh, what is the truth of the matter? I understand, Mr. Chairman, that Engineer Del Castillo reacted to our invitation. There is, ma'am. Kindly, it appears that the secretary was not informed.
Rush. Yes, Your Honor, we have a rush fax, two fax message. We have sent this one. In fact, the message was sent in my office, Your Honor, last January 28, and it was received on an even date.
So
And
what
also
is
this-
the message? What is the message?
There was no message. There was no response from Engineer Castillo, Your Honor. This one down. Yes, last January 27, Your Honor.
You just, the secretary,
I'm going.
please just read the communication.
This refers to your letter dated January 26, 2016, inviting the RD side to attend the regular session of Sangguniang Palalawigan on February 2, 2016. Please be advised that the documents requested to be brought to the session are still being traced. Requested from the implementing office who started the construction of the project. In view of above and considering the various commitments previously made, may we reset the requested appearance of the undersigned at the session on February 5, 2016 or thereafter.
February 5.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, pwede po na invite again siya sa February 9. Kasi ang session na po, alanganin ng 9, ano po?
February 9.
February 9 is our next session, Your Honor.
Our next session is actually February 9.
Yun po.
So we'll invite him again. He's just requesting for a little more time because he's actually trying to recover the documents per letter read by.
Yes, yeah. This was received late yesterday afternoon, very late yesterday afternoon, Your
And
Honor.
Mr. Chairman, kaiba po guys si Regional Director kasi dapat down paresan doon.
Okay, so the secretary is so directed to send an, invitations to Engineer Castillo, just the same, and to the regional directors of the director of DPWH, and invite them to be around on our February 9 session.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Also, the secretary is directed to focus on her job of inviting the guests. Yes, the Honorable
Mr.
Senator.
Chairman, follow up lang ako, Mr. Chairman, duman sa Regional Director, Mr. Chairman. Anong sabi niya? Na-receive ka, sorry, tabi na-receive si invitation.
The Director of the Unified Project Management Office received our invitation last January 27, Your Honor.
Anong aldo on January 27?
January 27 was on a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Anong
Wednesday.
reaction ninda kunya sa session? Anong sabi lamang patugon?
We had received a letter from him on even date, Your Honor, that's January 27 also, informing us that he will not be able to appear on today's session, but instead, he is requesting for a resetting of his appearance on February 5, Your Honor.
Next session.
On next session.
Yes.
Okay. Imbitaran ta otro sinda next session.
February 5. February 5 ang sa iyang request. But our next session is scheduled on February 9. So we might as well send a fax message to them and inform them that our session will be on February 9, not 5.
Yes, sir.
Kung Mr. Chairman, kung di man siya available, pwede siyang representative niya. Ang habol ko man lang, ang gusto mi man lang, Mr. Chairman, iyang 100 million na lump sum na nakalaag lang fifth engineering na nakalaag sa flood control structure kung saan na ilaag. Kung saan sa first district. Anong banwaan, Mr. Chairman? Yung man lang yan, and then the program of work. Dahil ako pagkaaram ko, mayo ng line kitangon yan, ang budget line item budgeting. Dahil ko aram kung paano sa lupalop hali sa ning mundo, nag-abot ini 100 million. Mayo ning location, dahil aram kung saan. Sa first district. Yan ang gusto kong ma-clarify sa regional director, tabako dang sakop yang kang fifth engineering district yung tadakulang amount, dahil ko aram kung saan nakabugtak. Araw kang ki Congresswoman Lenny Robredo, Mr. Chairman, si explanation ninda, pag-invite si District Engineer o to Representative kang Public Works, sinabi na itong 180 million nakalaag sa budget kang 3rd Legislative District ni Congressman Lenny Robredo, may mga program of works, may specific na lugar, Binaranga, may Calabanga, may Naga City, may specific na projects, pasain. Ini yung sa 5th engineering, kaya mayo nakalaag kung sa inabanwaan ilalaag, ini 100 million, tasaro lang pati ng project. Nakakadudang maray. Ini yung bagay na ni. Kaya we need talaga ang director o kaya or his representative i-explicar ini kung saan na lugar ini sa 5th Engineering District. If they will not appear next session, I will pass a resolution urging the secretary or asking the mahal agad mo ito resolution to explain in details kung anong 100 million na ini. Tang sabi ninda, pagtubod mayo na nakitang lump sum, line item budgeting. So, dapat ang pigtataramin iyo man ang ginigibo. Yan ang dapat maaraman. Kita sa province, line item budgeting naman kita, di mga daga para lump sum na. Sinusunod na lang ang sa indang mga circular directive kang national government. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, well noted. So, the secretary is specifically directed to send a fax message to the office of the regional director and follow it up with a mail through LBC. So we're done with the DPWH concern. We have another guest.
The third guest, Your Honor, is the appearance of the representative from the EA Sancho Construction, Saysay Avenue, Monterrey Village, Naga City, to shed light on the status of bridge construction at Talagbacan, Goa, Camarines Sur. This is upon the request of Honorable Board Member Hilmar S. Pacamara.
Well, we have here the representative of Sancho Construction, Engineer Noriel Villar, the project engineer of the said project. So, may we request Engineer Villar to please occupy the front seat? Yes. Yes, the Honorable Pacamara has now the floor.
I move to suspend the
Rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Marina pagkalaw po, liwat. Marina pagkalaw po, engineer.
Marina
Ingat po. Salamat na Maraya. Si Haliming Pigalat. Ngunyan niya ang magyari. Tanganing makataw sa mga po ning kaliwanagan sa mga queries mga hapot kay itong mga taga-duman sa district, 4th district ang sa tuyang probinsya na kung saan sarok po ako sa representante kay bangko po si board member Badong Simando.
Yes, sir.
Salamat po sa pag-paunra as in pagtawakan sa inyong oras digin sa Samuya. Enot po, gusto ming maaraman as in ipaaram sa sanggunian kung ini mga minasunod. Ano po? Pangarang kang project kasi po pigbid si appropriation niya si notice kang award kasi nag-proceed si notice of to proceed tapos si calendar days. Base po kaya sa palibot-libot mi pag-agi mi duman sa ang pigiulayan ta po itong katagbakan.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sa pa-agi-agi po duman. Ito pong sign ni Justin do itong nakaagduman kurulang ano ta blanco. Yun daw po muna. Ano ta blanco? Ano ta nakaglang duman? Si nagpoon si date April tapos completion date pero 168 days.
168 calendar days.
Calendar days. Tapos Mayo na. Ano po taarag yan?
What do you mean is the project billboard? De kompleto naman yung nakalagay doon sa ano natin sa project billboard natin. Lahat ng
kompleto po 'yan. Contract cost. Pero po 'yan. Malabo kaya ang mata ko sir, dahil ko po 'yan nahiling. Kung kompleto 'yan. Construction ano pa 'yan? Ang laon lang po naman si contractor si date started, si contract completion date, si source kang funds, Mayo po dyan, si cost, Mayo po.
Pwede siguro na i-rectify na lang namin. Kung hindi man nakalagay ngayon, siguro pwede namin lagyan na lang. Yung kasi yung contract cost niya, kuminsan hindi namin nilalagay kasi alam mo naman yung mga kapatid natin sa kuminsan yun ang nagiging basehan nila paghingi nung sana.
Iklaro ta po tangading kamo po ang Sancho Construction po ba ang naggana sa bidding?
Yes,
Fix subcon?
Hindi, kami mismo yung general contractor.
Ang nagpapatrabaho po duman ang Sancho Construction.
Yes, sir, mismo.
Anakag po dyan, kung dyan kita ma-base, digdi lang. Nagpoon po yan April 13, 2015.
Yes, sir.
So, sa laog ding 168 calendar days.
Yes, sir.
Kung 168 days, so more or less po mga 5 months.
5 months.
Ano na po ganyan?
Hindi, kasi
February.
anong nangyari niyan, medyo nagkaroon lang kami ng delay kasi may mga problema sa site. Hindi kaagad kami nakapagsimula. Unang-una may mga obstruction. Nag-request kami ng time suspension yan due to obstruction. Unang obstruction dyan yung mga kahoy na nandoon sa gagawing detour namin. So hindi kaagad namin nasimulan yung construction ng detour. Then nag-request kami ng time suspension sa implementing office. Then it was granted
Ang
naman.
implementing office po ang
Third Engineering District.
yung fort, itong sa Tigaon. Ano po?
Sa Tigaon, sir. Sa
So,
Tigaon.
tinawan po kamo ng ano.
Yes, sir. Kasi
Tigran.
valid naman yung reason namin.
So, pirang months po na delay.
Bale, na-delayed siya mga 2 months. Doon lang sa unang request namin ng time suspension due to obstruction yung fence nung eskwelahan duman saka yung kahoy. Kaya dahil mitulos na po nan so construction candidator ta may mga obstruction.
Pero po kung mahilig mo, itong detour, before nito figure out itong main na bridge, okay na. Tapos
Okay na yung
naayos na.
naayos na.
After nyo maayos itong mapaka-racy detour, saka na po kita nagpun pag
The main bridge.
kasi yung main bridge. Kung 2 months po, Mr. Chairman, kung 2 months, so dapat, sabihin tang 7 months na, February na ganyan, mga 1 year na po, kung April.
So bali, ano yan sir, nagkaigwa kami ng another request for time suspension due to road right-of-way problem.
Pwede po, pauro-otro ang hagad kang ang request for suspension.
Kasi ibang ano naman yun ibang reason naman yung pangalawang request namin.
Pwede yung gano'n na, let's say may bago na naman na hiling na rason, mahagad na naman kita ng time for suspension, tanganing o na delay. Pwede ba yun? Pauro-otro? Kasi
Pwede,
di ba sir,
kasi
bago ko engineer pero po sa pagkaaram ko, pag ma-construct ka ng project o pag may gigibong ka sa ng proyekto, beforehand, aram muna kung anong problema maabot. Dahil.
Actually, nung bago pa man kami nagsimula, alam na namin na magkakaroon kami ng problema sa road right-of-way. Kasi nagkaroon tayo ng widening dyan. Ibig sabihin, mag-i-encroach tayo dun sa mga private property.
Nagkaroon ng widening po?
Yung dating 2 lanes, naging 4 lanes na ngayon. Magiging 4 lanes na yon.
Ano bang ang pagkasabi mo, itong sa bridge o itong road widening? May man po baga, may man sa barangay Katagbagan, yung road widening sa ngonya na nahiling kami.
Duman sir sa approach, sa first approach, yung bakod ng barangay hall.
Yun yung naging reason kung ba't tumagal.
Pero hindi pa naman siya granted, na request pa lang kami. Kung ma-approve yung request namin for time suspension.
Mentas po na dahil pa na-approve sa request, mapundo mo na ka mga trabaho.
Dahil man sir kami nagpundo, tayo pa man ibang pwedeng gibuhon.
Okay.
Kailang, so itong parallel activity, yung sabay-sabay, dahil masabay-sabay, so dapat gibuhon, igwa mga gigibuhon na dahil may magibo, dahil nga naman sa mga obstruction.
Before po nagpun ko pag-construct, pero po ang dapat na tao, pero ang budget kang bridge na yan?
Ang amount po ng project,
Mayo po nakakagaya doon, dahil po nakakakumpara.
ano yan nasa 28 million.
$28 million sa laog ng 168 calendar days. Ano po? Sa sitwasyon na yan, sir, Mr. Chairman, kung naglampas na kita duman sa 168 days, calendar days, dahil man lugi dyan ang contractor.
Kung sa lugi, pwede sir malugi kami.
Pwede
Kasi
malugi.
ang pagkaalam ko sir ngayon, kasi hindi namin na-met yung contract time, ang implementing office nag-impose sila ng liquidated damage.
By the way, sir, ika po ang engineering Ano pang role mo sa Sancho Construction?
I am the project engineer.
Project engineer. So, every day, basta may patrabaho, pero may ka po nakatutok naman sa...
Hindi naman everyday kung ano, kasi may naka-assign naman kaming ano ro na tumitingin.
Okay.
Hindi everyday nandun ako.
So, pinaka-reason mo po, pigpaapon di ka, for subi nga, tayo si signages, kuro lang po.
Yes, sir. Noted.
So, Pandua, haloy ng maray. Pantulo, sir, itong pigibo ni Detour, sa paghiling mo safe po ito, sa riding public o dahil?
Sailing ko safe naman siya. Medyo may mga, so pag duman ko kan mga 3 days ago, talagang nailing ko medyo sa ibang signages may duman na garo nawara na siguro hindi ko na ko.
Taga saan ka po, sir?
Taga Nagatabi, sir.
So bihira ka po from Naga magpagawa sa sentro? Bihira, no?
Bihira.
So dahil mo po aram na dahil safe sa riding public itong detour na ito? Sa paghiling mo lang safe. Ano
sailing ko.
Pero po dahil mo aram na may duwang insidente na kung sa inyaon mismo ako paggawa ako na nagsibog si sarong tricycle na tinamaan si sarong kotse tapos nagsibog man sa sarong motor na tumba pangani. Dahil itong sa itong pataas after ka itong tulay na ginibo nindo, grabe na ang gapo nagluluwas dahil po yan, dahil ka aware ka yan? Nung last time ako bisita, nakita ko medyo may mga lubak-lubak na pwedeng maging cause kan so accident kan so manag-aragi. So nagbigay ako ng instruction na i-maintain na yung mga lubak-lubak ma-fill upan para smooth yung kaso rin po yan.
Kan mga 2 days ago, sir, mga 2 days ago.
Tapos pag sabi mo po duman dapat gibo na tulos sina dai.
Dapat right after dapat sa
kaso ba po hali ako doon may mampigibo.
Ano ko na lang sir, i-follow up ko naman sa mga tao mi naman.
Apa na po kayo itong sabi mo na-encounter nindo na rason kung taano sa kayo po mahaloy, naghakit ka mo ng suspension. Ano ba ang pwedeng gibuhon tangaling mapadali ang completion kay ning bridge?
Hindi siguro sir, magdagdag na lang sir kami ng dagdag sir kami ng manpower sa equipment.
Di ko po ni sigurado pero base ni duman sa nagsasabi sa kuya. Sabi na kung sir, pwede mo yan nigaran. Pero may nagsabi sa kuya na dating trabahador nindo o nakitrabaho nagkaroon underpay. Kaya kung kasud ba po sir, hali ako duman luway-luway lang si pag-agi ko. Ang nahiling ko pong trabahador mo duman garo dahil ko nasala 4 lang. Sa totoo lang po yan. Dahil ko kayo po ni kabulahon. Pero magkatotohan sa nakita kami po obligasyon mima na ipaabot sa tuya sa probinsya ang inagrangay kang sa tuya makatugangan duman sa distrito Minibukal Badong Simando. And pangit man sir na kami na-representar kang distrito tapos papabayaan bilang na may mga problema ang sa tuya kung nasambit na patrabaho na kung sa kamo po construction nindo ang inbuilt. So
naintindihan mo siya, naintindihan.
Ano po tadidikit lang kung madagdag ka mong tao may nagsabi sa kuya dahil ko na po muna papangaran pero sa atyan isasabi ko sa imo pero hababao na maray ang rate pasweldo duman sa mga tao nindo kaya kung siguro taapat lang kasud mo sinagtatrabaho ano na po
man siguro hababa nagasunod lang kami sa standard na pasweldo duman sa mga labor
iyo po nakag po yan sa program of works bang iyo po kung ang dapat na itaw sa laborer sa may mga kategorya po ba yan ba kayo?
Yes sir.
At yan po isasabi ko sa imo kung pira ito bako na digdi. Pero sir, agad mi lang na sa lalong madaling panahon siguro bako naman problema sa satuya na dagdagan na po nino yung tao.
Yes sir, yes. Noted sir.
Ito pong detour pakarayon manindo.
Yes, sir.
Bako man po kayo na ang obligasyon lang nindo magbugtak ding dito tanganing dai maantala si maaragi padigi sa syudad asin mapauli duman sa partido.
Hindi po tabi sir aksyonan nito los.
Ano nangyari pinabayaan lang eh.
Yes. Noted sir. Aksyonan nito los tabi.
Ano pong aksyon? Pwede mo i-asigurar sa sanggunian sa Samuya. Siriman ano ang pwedeng maitabang kang sanggunian kang institusyon sa Indo?
Action mi naman
in aid of legislation sir.
Dagdag kami ng mga signages para then so mga pakaron i-maintain mi so detour so mga lubak-lubak
Sir, excuse me Kung day ka po naimbitaran ang construction firm ni Nonigdi, but sabi yun, day ka mo madagdag din sa just sa laog ning 10 months, almost 10 months.
Although, sir,
Siguro day ka mo madagdag ding tao, or sabi ta day ka mo naimbitaran digdi, sir. Ta dapat po ba kahit pa eh. Pagpun pa lang, si Say ni Jacindo, kumpleto.
kompleto man sir ito kan pagpunmi. Kaya lang siguro, ano bang nag-aaragi kaya sir duman? Kung minsan, dahil may aram, pigararaot sa mga sa mga Say ni Jasmine, pigagara po, pigaran.
Kano man po?
Dahil ko lang
May,
maaram.
paano po yan ito? Pigreklamo niyo sa barangay. May blatter po kamo kayo sa barangay na pigraot si Say ng mga Say ni Jess. Sa totoo lang po, sir, pigilin ko sa barangay, maman naman yung reklamo.
Dahil man nga.
Ito, pwedeng bako yung bigay sa'yo, totoo. Sir, engineer.
Ilang tabi, sir, so nakaabot sa kuyang informasyon base naman sa mga tao mi naman sa site ako kuminsan diamond naman.
Sabi ko po nga, sir, sa muya, matabang sa indo. Gusto yung makatabang. Ngunyan, yaong kapuli sa tubangan mi. Gusto yung po si tama na simbag.
Yes, sir.
Bako itong, ngunyan, akin nahiling ko duman sa record kang barangay, may man po duman ning, blatter na kesyo rinaot si sa inong mga signages o kaya piga po si sa inong matawan. Tapos ngunyan, sasabihin mo na inakaabot sa sayo mo. So, magtatabangan kita, sir, dahil po kami pigpapod mi ka, tanganing gisahon na bako po yan. Ang rason may pigpapod mi ka, ta gusto man ang Sangguniang Balawi makatabang sa pagpadali ng man na proyekto di sa tuyang probinsya. So sana, sir, matawan din doon yung action. Pangit po ito na ngunyan, okay kita, sige po, okay po, gigibuhon niyo po, okay po, araw kayong pagabot kang oras, may mapugyari mangyayari. So ang makairak, sir, ang masapok po kayo, sinag-aaragi dyan. Si mga motorista. So, sana po, sa tubangan kang ang mga honorabling kairibanan ko, action naman po nindo.
Kaya ba, sir, sa
sarap na lang po, sir, sarap na lang. No rin po yan matatapos.
Kasi ang remaining works duman, si approach na lang. Siguro mga less than 2 months.
So, mga po yan, mga April.
Mga April.
Before April. Tapos na po yan. Maagihan na.
Pwede. Kung pwedeng tapos na pero mahalat ko nakita kan so curing period kan. Kasi masiminto pa kaya kami duman. Ang curing period kan man sa 1 month.
So, more or less 2 months.
Mga 2 months yan.
Ito pong dito, anong pwede tang gibuhon duman?
So dito,
instruction ka so 2 days ago, may mangginibo ka so udma. So ano pong dapat nagibuhon sa?
Actually namin, sir, sa mga itong mga para maging smooth so auditor niya, bugtakan ko kay mga sir, yung mga fill up mi sa mga nailing ko, sir, may mga lubak-lubak duman na pwede maging unsafe duman sa mga nag-aaragi. Bugtakan mi na.
Ang 3rd Engineering o 4th Engineering District, dahil lamang po sa inyo nagpaabot. Pigko lang atensyon nindo kung taano ta araw kaya na haloy na kung nata anditur dahil para sa kuya unsafe ang pag-ayo kan mga motorista.
Sa delayed, sir,
excuse me. Ikaw po kita ning from Madam Secretary. Ikaw po kita from 3rd Engineering District na yaon ko niyan. Dahil po nag-aparecel. So, Mr. Chairman, yan lang po muna sa kuyang hapot na kung saan si mga kaputan sa tuyang kang constituentes kang sa tuyang distrito, naihapot ko na po kay engineer and nag-aasa po ako na sipig sabi sa atubangan ni engineer mapadabit naman sa pagtapos kang bridge and duman sa dito matawan ng aksyon. Kung iba pong mga kaputan iba ang sa tuyang pong pag-iriba, okay po. Thank you po Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you Honorable Pacamara. Yes, any other questions? Yes, there is yes, Honorable Noble.
Pertaining to San Miguel Bridge in Rinconada. I think the Sancho Consas also.
Yes, sir.
So, kailan niya mag-uumpisa na sa San Miguel Bridge?
Yung sa San Miguel Bridge naman, tinatapos lang, sir, namin yung detour. Yung detour siguro baka probably by next month,
So,
ida-dive na namin yung
may
pilote.
advice may suggestion pertaining. Mas magayon siguro. Before mag-start tayo doon, kasi ang daming probinsya dyan affected Sorsogon, Catanduanes, Legazpi, medyo malaki, San Miguel Bridge. So siguro maganda yung strategy niyo dyan, yung traffic So siguro before na mag-start tayo, dapat ayusin muna natin yung ng way ng traffic dyan. Kasi maliit yan Mr. Chairman. Baka mas grabe ang volume ng dyan, ng mga sasakyan, baka mas mahirapan kayo. Unlike dito sa sa Partido area, medyo isang province of Camsor lang. So siguro yan lang, before we proceed to that construction, siguro mayroon tayong mga information drive para mas maayos po ang traffic. Yun lang po.
That is San Miguel, Nabua.
Nabua,
Yes.
pertaining to Nabua.
Meron na, sir, ginawa ang implementing office dyan, which is the 14th Engineering District, ng mga traffic advisory na yung detour natin dito sa sa Nabua, open lang sa mga light vehicles, yung mga buses, trucks, doon na sila dadaan sa Masuli sa Bato.
Pero mas maganda, gawin natin yung ginawa ni yung dito sa Pilibria, sa bridge na medyo maganda yung nila, yung before, mga 1 month before, medyo na yung information. So siguro ganun din ang i-suggest natin. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So I hope the management of the Sancho Construction will really attend to the observations of the honorable members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. At this point, the chair would like to thank Engineer Villar and the Sancho Construction for sending you here. Salamat po. Sana itong observation i-address ta. Thank you very much. We now go to our next guest. We have here inutunto po siguro muna. Nahilig ko pa sa tuyang amiga si Director Edna of DTI. And Attorney Ablay of the LTFRB. Garo sabay po ang topic nindo. May we request Director Edna and Attorney Ablay to please occupy the front seats. Actually, it was Board Member Julia who requested your presence. But I think Board Member Julia is with the Governor now on official business. So, who is the Vice Chairman of the committee? Yes, Honorable Nopra, you now have the floor.
Thank you, sir.
And Honorable Espirito.
Just this morning, Board Member Julia, to his Chief of Staff, nakiulay po sa muya, sir, na ready na po ang mga kaputan ni Board Member Julia. Kunyan, sir, dawa ngunyan mi palaman nga ni nababasa, ulay po kami ni Board Member Espirito na matabangan mi si Board Member Julia na may paabot po kung ano ang mensahe na bot niyang ipaisi sa kimam, asin kisir, asin sa mga nasasakupan niya. Okay. Alam po nito, napakahigos na board member ni Board Member Julia. And ang pagmakulog niya sa mga constituentes niya, talagang dawa absent siya, gusto niya ma-actionan pa. Ano masasabi mo, Board Member Espirito?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the this is to augment what my colleagues has been saying. But then, Mr. Chairman, we have the two of us has talked that we would be questioning the two sides and we'd be dividing the topic. So I believe my esteemed colleague here would like to shoot the first question in behalf of our esteemed colleague, Board Member Julia.
Okay, go ahead. You have the floor. You have the freedom to do what you want.
This is the first question of Board Member Julia. Attorney, sir,
Attorney Abla, Your Honor.
okay. You're from,
LTFRB, Your Honor.
you're a native son of
Naga City, Your Honor.
Naga City.
Tinambak also.
Okay, sir. Apektado kayo na ang Camarines Sur and Interim Bicol Region. Ano po ang status kan pamasahe digdi sa probinsya nin Camarines Sur, sa Naga, asin sa bilog na Bicol Region? Igwa o mayo pa pong directive hali sa main office kung rin po mababa ang pamasahe digdi sa lugar ta? Yan po ang kaputan ni Board Member Julian.
Okay po, thank you. Sa ngunyan po, ang bilog na Bicol Region, status ko pa nanggad ang fares ta ngunyan. 750 pamangyaray for the first 4 kilometer and 1 peso and 40 centavos for the each succeeding kilometers. I'm sure na you're all aware na at the NCR and Regions 3 and 4, last January, nag-issue ng order ang Board and Bank na magkaigwa ng provisional na fare rollback of 50 centavos for the first 4 kilometers. The Board po, just for the information of the Honorable Sanggunian, I was able to motu proprio issue that order because there is a pending case, actually pending cases before them, which until now has not yet been resolved. So on its own, the Board issued the immediate reduction of the fare of 50 centavos. But insofar as the Bicol Region is concerned, mayo pa po kami kayan. However, si Chairman Hines po has already instructed all regional offices to conduct a forum to meet almost all of the transport associations and the general public to get their view. Insofar as Bicol Region is concerned, we have already conducted that. In fact, last Friday, there was a multi-sectoral forum held in Legazpi City, wherein it was decided that they will file a petition for the provisional fare reduction, just like in Metro Manila. Insofar as Camarines Sur and Naga City is concerned, last January 26, there was a public forum sponsored by the city government of Naga. And there was also that agreement for them to ask the regional office for a provisional fare reduction of 50 centavos. So, insofar as our office is concerned, we are just awaiting for the filing of the formal petitions for the fare reduction. Just this morning, sir, I understand that there is already a certain person residing in Daraga who filed a petition. So, by this week, we will issue a notice of hearing and have it published before the newspapers in Bicol Region, setting the date for the initial hearing of the proposed fare reduction.
Attorney, ini po ang reaksyon ni Board Member Julia, kasimbagan mo. Arami po na nagbaba na ang pamasahe kan jeep sa Regions 3, 4, as in NCR. Ano po tadain nakabali sa sendong provisional fare decrease ang Bicol Region, as in ang iba pang reyon digdi sa Pilipinas? Base po duman sa kasimbagan mo ngunyan, attorney, sabi mo po, Iguana, nag-file ng petition, as in po sa laog kang masunod na siguro 10 aldaw, mataw na po kamong aksyon. Tama po?
Iyo po.
Okay. So, ang may posibilidad na sa masunod pong 2 simanang ini, mababa naman, magkakaigwang provisional decrease sa Bicol Region. Posible po?
Actually po, it would be more than 2 weeks. Under our existing rules kasi, sir, sa internal rules, we are required to post the publication kang petition, kang notice of hearing,
so
at
more
least
than
15 days before the actual set date kang hearing. Kaya po, 15 days yan. So, at the very most po, 3rd week po, we will be able to issue a provisional order should the board decide.
So, ang petition po sa pagbaba kan pamasahe, depende po yan sa klase kang PUB?
Yes sir, ang nag-file pa lang po sa MUYA, nag-request pa lang sa PUJ lang po. So, ang board po, we will just issue a decision based on the what is being prayed for in the petition ko. Ang prayer lang po is PUJ, then that's the only type or mode of transport na pwede kami mag-reduce because kung mayo po nag-file ng petition na include ang buses, tapos ang taxi, di po kami makakagibo kayo dyan ng decision for the fare rollback.
So, malinaw po, attorney, iba man po kung may petition man para sa mga provincial buses, UB Express, jeepneys, saka mga taxi.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Sa pa pong kaputan po ni Board Member Julia, ano po, covered kang LTFRB ang pamasahe sa mga tricycle? Sisay po ang nagre-regulate sa inda. Paano po kamo nag-a-adjust kan per matrix? Ano po ang formula nindo na ginagamit kung igwaman? Ano po yan? Depende lang sa presyo kang petrolyo. Alam taman sana po, nagbaba ang presyo kang petrolyo, kanakaaging mga simana, bago itong paglangkaw sa bangge. Ano po ang reaction mo po sa mga kaputan na ini?
So far as tricycles po is concerned, dati po kabali yan sa coverage po kang function kang LTFRB, but because of the passage of the local government code, big default na po yan sa LGU. So ang tricycles po cover na po kang LGU. So nasa LGU na po yan kung gusto ninda magpa-rollback ang mga tricycle fares po in their own respective jurisdictions.
Mr. Chairman, ano ba pa po mga kaputan ni Board Member Espiritu? It's your turn.
Mr. Chairman, may I be recognized? First
Please
of all,
go
I would like to postulate another question with regards to the provisional rollback, sir. Yung po itong apunta katong rollback na to, provisional rollback sa Manila. Okay. Ano po ang time frame sinasabi tang provisional rollback? Perang bulan po yan? Perang semana? Ano po ang duration niya? Coverage duration?
Actually po mayo man po, dahil man po kami makaset kaya ng duration because it will depend on the sabing prices po kang fuel nga ni. And also, in so far, it will depend also duman sa mga petitioners. Kung sa ngunyan po talaga, we are also aware na ang prices kang fuel po talagang continuous ang rollback nila, nagkaparababa. But in so far as the other items being used by various transport sectors, mayo man po kaming barita kaya na whether or not nabababa yan. So, basta po in the meantime na araw kaning hababa ang prices kang fuel, then definitely kung mayo po mag-sudden spike yan na magtaas, then we will maintain the provisional rollback.
So, naiabot ko po yan, sir. Tara mo po. Kaso bagong alas 6, nagtaas po si presyo kan gasolina. Diesel average of 1 peso and 10 centavos. Kaso bago lang pong 6 o'clock. So, ang inabot ko po dyan, kung mayo siyang time frame, so, independent siya sa mga petitioner. Kung may mag-petition na transport sector, dadangugon po nindo and then you will again raise the fare matrix o si pasaya, arog po kaya?
Depende po yan, sir. Opo. Provisional nga ni po. That means to say,
temporary.
Temporary.
Temporary, okay.
So,
but then, ang pinaka-fixed fixed minimum fare tapos is 750. Iyo pa po yan.
Opo.
Okay. Ano po yan? Ano pong logic kaya kung nagbaba po ang Manila area and other regions, ano po today po kita mag-follow suit sa pag-rollback ninda or provisional rollback, nagabos man po kita parehas man ang kinukonsumong presyo kang fuel or kung baga po nga ni baka mas mahal pa ang presyo kang gasolina digdi sa probinsya compared sa Manila areas na kung yaon sa mga dipo. Paano po ang logic yan, sir?
Doon po kaya sa NCR, tapos sa Regions 3 and 4, sabi ko po kan Subago, there is a pending petition before the board and bank. Kaya the board was able to, on its own, reduce the fare doon sa Regions 3 and 4 and NCR. The only reason why the other regions are not included there automatically was that they were not parties. Ito pong mga transport associations sa mga Region 5 and the rest of the Philippines, dahil mo po nakiba duman sa petition duman. So, ang board po, pwede sa naman mag-issue ng order insofar as those, only to those na petitioners na kabali duman sa case na being handled by the board.
So kumbaga po ba kung blanket yan na pag nag-roll back sa Manila or dapat covered ka boss na Philippine regions. Iyo po. So dependent po yan kumbaga sa riding public. Kung may nagpetition na riding public, duman lang po magkakaigwang hearing ang LTFRB, dadangugon kung may merit si petition o day.
Iyo po.
Okay. So itong petitioner tapong nadawag ko po sa from Daraga. Itong
yes,
nag-petition.
From Daraga, I believe he is from Daraga.
And PUJ lang po siya, sa PUJ.
PUJ lang po sir ang aram kong.
So kaya punta pong separate petition pa sa bus and other public utility vehicles para po magkaigwang rollback with regards to fare in their respective kinds of vehicle, public utility vehicles being used.
Yes, actually sir, bako man pong masakit yan sa petitioner. Any petitioner can just include all those types of all modes of transport. So that kung mag-oppose po itong mga UV Express operators, bus operators, their side also will be heard. But kung dahil sila mag-oppose, then the board will decide to include all of these mode of transport. But only within those only operating within Bicol region, sir.
One last question, sir. Could a government entity be a part and could a government entity be a party or a petitioner in the case of fare rollback?
Yes, sir. I believe the LGUs mambaga po in their own capacity, they can even represent their electorate.
In a form of resolution, sir, yes, sir. Pwedeng mag-petition ang kunyari sa Guniang Panlalawigan Camarines Sur.
I believe so, sir. Yes.
Yes, okay, sir. Have you had any knowledge of any petition coming from the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Camarines Sur with regards to petition for rollback, price rollback, maybe a year ago?
To my knowledge, sir, no. But I'm not very sure because only those documents passing my office, that's the one I see or read. But all the others, no.
Okay, sir. Mr. Chairman, let me postulate the questions of Board Member Julia to our other guest. You're from DTI, ma'am. Okay.
Director Edna Tejada.
Yes. Siguro ma'am si logic ni Board Member Julia kaya po pinagsabay sa invitation sa Indong Dua is all because of the lowering of fare and prices of commodities. Now, i-postulate ko pang inot na question ni Board Member Julia. In Bicol. Ano na po ang status kan presyo kan mga barakalon digdi sa probinsya ng Camarines Sur asin sa bilog na Bicol region, mayo pa pong directive hali sa main office kung rin po mababa man ang presyo kan mga prime commodities.
Shall I answer? Ayan, simbagong ka na po. Okay po. May magdara po ako digding mga documents na hali po sa National Price Coordinating Council. Pinamamayan po yan kang Department of Trade and Industry. Based po naman sa sendang huring meeting, di pa po na pag-uurulayan itong pagbaba kang presyo kang mga basic and prime commodities. Pero po itong mga private sector representatives, ito pong mga association po kang mga negosyante, open po sinda na pag-urulayan ang pababa kang presyo kang mga basic and prime commodities. So, yan po, baga kita sa democratic country, ang arg po kaning mga hero talagang nag-aagi po ning consultation, nag-aagi ning pag-urulay. Saro po garayan sa magayon na feature kang sarong democratic country. Sa part man po kang Department of Trade and Industry Camarines Sur Provincial Office, dara ko man po digdi itong pinakahuriming price monitoring. Nanutaran ko po na sa basic and prime commodities, igo po kita ning 21 commodities na hababa po sa suggested retail prices. Siguro po dara po yang kang magayon na environment digdi sa to healthy competition. Kaya po itong inaapod na suggested retail price, di po na ma-maximize ng sa itong mga negosyante, which is very much advantageous sa itong consumers. Alagad po, igwaning 11 basic and prime commodities na halangkaw po sa SRP. Pag-arog po kaning halangkaw, ang presyo kan sa tuyang mga barakalon sa SRP, pinapa-explain po yung kang Department of Trade and Industry. So, ini pong mga establishment na nanutaran mi na may paglalangkaw sa SRP, pinadarahan mi na po ning surat para po mag-explain.
So, after the due explanation, ano po ang ginigibo kang DTI? Kung na-justify po ninda si, either they justified or not, ano po ang nasunod nindong?
Pag day po ninda na-justify, they have to follow the SRP. Pero pag na-justify po ninda, consider me ang mga reasons like, halimbawa, pag ngaya, may demorahe man sa pag-angkat kang sa indang product. So, mga iba-iba pong factors ang consider. Pero po, most of the time, permi pong hababa ang satong presyo sa SRP.
Okay, ito pong mga nanote nindong 11 items po to na medyo mas mataas. Ano po to? To mention a few. Ano po itong mga produktong to?
Maliban po kaya sa produkto, may mga business establishment po kitang pigmo-monitor. I can share this with you, pero po, daini po kay ining gayo na i-share sa satuyang mga friends from the media. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. May 7 major establishment po kaming pigmo-monitor na garo po iyuman yan ang pighihilingan ni kang trend. Ngunyan po, daimi pong gaya ni pigpa-publish, baka po kami masalaan na may pigpo-promote po kaming mga business staff. But I can provide you with kung saan po yaon ang hababang presyo, kung saan po yaon ang halangkaw ang presyo. We can share this with the sanggunian po.
By major establishment, do you mean, ma'am, yung mga big players dito
yes,
sa
like
Naga area?
SM,
Maybe Legazpi?
Pure Gold.
Or dito lang po sa Kamsur,
Kamsur lang po.
area?
Kamsur lang po. I can share with you the information para po mahiling po nindo ang how the movement of prices digdiyo po sa satuyang probinsya. Pero po may I just assure you na iniyo pong higher prices na ng SRP sara dito man pong maray. Like for example po, igo po ning 0.04 centavos high na paglangkaw po sa presyo. Very insignificant po kung ihilingon. So, aro po kayong ka meticulous, kasusi, masusi pong marayan sa mga opisina, pag-aabot po sa pagbabantay sa satuyang mga presyo ng basic and prime commodities.
So how often do you conduct price monitoring, ma'am? Is it a monthly basis,
no
weekly?
Po, we do it weekly po.
Okay, so talagang ang trend kang presyo talagang igo po kamo kaya na week by week
yes,
account.
Po. Yes, and available po siya sa dti.gov.ph. So, ang satuya pong mga consumers, maski po daina po mag-check ngayon with the local DTI, they can open po dti.gov.ph. May iling po ninda duman ang monitoring kang prices kang mga basic and prime commodities because DTI po, piga-upload po ayan on a weekly basis sa website. Pero po, para yan duman sa may mga internet services.
Okay, ma'am. Let me postulate the second question, Mr. Chairman. So, alin ba po kamo huring nag-adjust kan SRP, suggested retail price, kan mga basic as in prime commodities? And could you please, ma'am, differentiate what basic or prime commodity is? Di ko po kayo masyadong
sa basic commodities po, iyan po itong oral daw tang ginagamit.
Like what, ma'am? To mention a few.
Halimbawa, bagas, asukar, asin.
Kumbaga po itong mga items na basic needs kan mga tao.
Basic needs po.
How about the prime commodities?
Po, halimbawa po, sabon, coffee, pwedeng day ka man mabuhay, na day ka magsabon.
Okay.
Ang mga secondary po siya.
Okay.
Ika na po ang nag-define for the DTI. Thank you very much.
So again, kunwari po si huring pag-adjust kang SRP.
Depende po kayo sa product. Normal lang po sa LTFRB. Kunigo po ning mga petitioners, piga-actionan po yung kang DTI. Pero nagmomoto proprio man po ang DTI. Especially ngayon, halimbawa, harani na ngaya ang Christmas season. Talaga pong hinihiling na maray itong mga Noche Buena products. And then, we see to it na ang SRP po kaayan implemented throughout the country. So, depende po sa product, depende sa sitwasyon. Pag harani na naman po ang karalasihan, masusi pong hinihiling na naman kayo itong mga school supplies. Pag March po na gulpi ang construction, si mga construction materials. So, depende po sa sitwasyon.
Okay po. Next question, ma'am. Sa kunyan po, aram tanan na grabe ang ibinabakan presyo kan petrolyo.
Saan po kamo nagbabase para magpababa man kan presyo kan mga barakalon?
As I have said po, yaong kita sa democratic country. So, ang process po kay ni pirmi pong consultation with the manufacturers. And digdiyo po sa satuyang nasyon, bako po yan sa provincial level pigdidesisyonan, duman po sa national level. So, ang tama po kaini yung grupong in charge po kani itong National Price Coordinating Council. Although ang DTI po dyan ang head, pero ang mga miyembro po kayan, si mga iba-ibang agency kang government, plus gulpihon pong maray na association ng mga manufacturers.
Okay. So, Chairman, Ma'am, kaputan po. 2 beses mo na pong nabanggit na kita nasa lindung ng demokrasya, kaya ang gabos po pinag-uurulayan sa pagining maiwasan na konsultasyon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tan mo na po kaming ano ma'am ang senaryo? Saan nangyayari ang pagdeliberar? Saan nadalagan ang petisyon? Paano po ang nagiging aksyon? Ano po ini ang cross-section kan society na imbitaran sinda? Ano po ang bawat region na pigi-representar dyan? Sige daw ma'am, para may idea po kami. Digdi sa Camarines Sur kung ano ang nangyayari.
Digdiyo po sa satuyang probinsya, dai po kita kaini nagigibong pag-set ng SRP. Pero po ang National Price Coordinating Council po kaini ang may responsibility. At ang ko po kamo ning mga company o mga pangaran na nagtutuko po sa National Price Coordinating Council. Halimbawa po, miyembro po dili ang Philippine Baking Industry. So ito pong mga bakers, ang mga panadero, mga bake shop po, mga kadaklan po siguro mga miyembro kaini, duman po pinapaabot ang sa indang mga sentimiento o mga position. Saro man po digdi itong the Sardine Association of the Philippines. So ito man pong gabos na nagigibong sardinas, hopefully members man po digdi sa sa Sardine Association of the Philippines. Philippine Chamber of Food Manufacturers, saro man po na nagtutukaw. Philippine Association of Meat Processors, Philippine Association of Flour Millers, Philippine Amalgamated Supermarket Association. So, pati po itong Government Watch, kaibanan man po digdiyo, nagtutukaw po sa National Price Coordinating Council. In short po, mga national bodies po ang nagre-representar po kang kanya-kanyang mga asentimiento kang sa indang sektor.
Halimbawa po baga ma'am, kung magpauto po ang DTI nin price reduction, tapos may mga day po nagsunod na mga manufacturers o mga retailers, ano pong aksyon ang ginigibo kan sa indong ahensya?
Yan po. Kita po kaya medyo may pagkamalumoy-lumoy po ang satuyang law. Actually nga ni po mamansalo ang SRP, Suggested Retail Price. Garo po yun lang po yan sa initiative kang National Price Coordinating Council. Unlike other countries, negwa po ning mandated retail prices. Kita po sa Philippines, suggested retail price lang. Mahihiling ta po baga malumoy ang meaning kang suggested kung ikukumpara po sa mandated. So siguro po through the sanggunian, baka po kamo and in cooperation with our representatives sa Congress, baka po ribayan na lugod ang suggested retail price ning mandated. Tangani po may ngipon ang mga agencies kang government mag-enforce. Ngunya po pag may nahihiling kaming paglalanggaw sa SRP, yung ngani po to ang prosesong pigigibumi po papaapod misinda to explain with the DTI. In most cases man po, nagre-revert sinda duman sa SRP, lalong-lalo na kung talagang rason. Very seldom po kami nakahiling na diin nagsunod sa DTI na ipautob ang SRP. Digdi po sa Satuyang Province, sa Satuyang level.
Nabanggit mo po na sa Pilipinas, suggested retail price.
Iyo po.
While sa ibang nasyon po,
mandated retail price.
Retail price. May isi ka po o may naaraman ka po ng sarong lay na pigproponer na sa Kongreso o sa Senado para po sa bagay in relasyon po sa nasambitan mo mga terminong ginagamit.
Mayo po. Igo po kita lang automatic price control pag igo po ni mga disasters o calamities. Diyan lang po kita nagkakaigwa ning price control. But during ordinary times po, suggested retail prices lang po ang basic and prime commodities. So, kung mako-convert po iyan sa mandated retail price, siguro po itong mga kasarilitan, mamamati po ang pag-care kan sa tong government.
Pwede daw po makasambit ka po kasi tulong nasyon sa kinaaban po na nag-implementar kan mandated.
Sa Asian country po, aram ko po ang India, nagpapautob po ng mandated retail price.
India.
Iyo po.
Ano pa pong iba?
Kinulang na po ako sa research. Aram ko po India. India.
Papaabot niyo po ni sa mga congressman mo eh.
Iyo po. Salamat pong maray.
Saka advice ko po sinda na nakaulayong ka, Ma'am Edna.
Sige po. Sige, Ruth po. Ma-research pa po ako ng ibang country.
Tama po ang simbang mo sa kuya. Abot sa 2015, mapang congressman nakakaisip ka na eh.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very good idea.
Take it away. Go.
Okay. So, thank you. Any other question? Yes, yes.
Nag-text po si Board Member Julia. Ini po, pwedeng sabihin ta, attorney, na opinion ng sarong tao o reparo kang iba. Di ko sinasabi pong tama. Ano po, attorney? Ano po ang masasabi mo? Pag nagtataas ang presyo ng petrolyo, pag nagpipetisyon ang mga operators para sa fare increase, madalion ang sa indong aksyon. Pero pag igwapong pagbaba kang presyo kan petrolyo, garo, haluyon po kamong mag-aksyon. Ano po ang masasabi mo po? Binasa kong ining
personal opinion ko lang po, may pong katotohanan yan. Perception lang po yan siguro kang iba. Sa haloy ko po digdi sa LTFRB, more than 2 years na ko digdi. During times na nagpapapod kami ng public forum, and very unfortunate po na ang general public po is most often times absent during the public forum pig-initiate kang office me. That despite po yan kang mga flagging me po sa radio na araw ka ni may public forum kami on this particular date and time.
Agawang ko, attorney. Ipinapaisip po nindo yan sa mga tugang ta sa media, sa mass media?
Ayun tabi siya.
Sa broadcast and print media na magkakaigo ka mong sharing na base po ka sa nabanggitan mo na maluya o kulang ang partisipasyon kang publiko?
Iyon mo lang po ang perception ko po, Ken. That is my personal na opinion po. But during those times na nagpapapod kami ng public forum, iyan po, kadit po na hiling mi na presensya kang general public po.
Pag kadikit po ang presensya kan mga apektado as in interesadong mga tao, nangangahulugan po yan na abala ang aksyon po nindo dahil?
Dahil mo po, actually sa action po, whether or not petitioner, mga public transport operators na nag-file ng petition or it's the public na nag-file, ang opisina mo yun po, madali man mag-aksyon. It's only that araw po kanihong sa fare reduction pong ini, despite of the fact na last January pa po nag-issue ang central office katong provisional order, second week ng January po naging effective ito, and yet, digdi po, last Friday pa lang may nag-file sa opisina mi. Iyan po kaya, sometimes, digdi nga ni po sa Naga, yaman po ko digdi sa Naga, naka-base for 3 days, nadadangog ko po itong media na nagaparahapot sa LTFRB, ng action na pigtitake nindo. Sabi mi man yan po, in fact, this was explained by our regional director during one of the radio interviews na we are also constrained under our existing rules. We cannot just motu proprio take action on any issues pertaining to fare reduction. So, there must be somebody who should file a petition. Unfortunately po, sabi ko, it's only last Friday na may nag-formal filing petition sa Legazpi.
So, malinaw po, kung dakol nagrereklamo, as alagad mayo man nagpapile ng formal na petition, di man tulos po kamo nakaka-aksyon. Pero insigida po, pag nagkagawa ng petisyon, dawa saro lang yan o dawa huri na yan, na-aksyon ang po tulos nito.
Tama po yan, sir.
Salamat po. Thank you very much, Vice.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? The Honorable Warren Senyar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Garo, yang kaya tungkol garo may price hike na naman baga ngayon yan. Kaya garo, di man garo makakababayad na may price hike. Anyway, bako pa ako tungkol dyan kay Director Edna, ang kwan ko po. Ang ragay kaya, madam, pigong subagong pigulay-ulay ta, they pa-approved ang 2016 budget. So, minaling kaya kami, BUB garo 1 million for 2016 para sa ragay. So, maapektuhan daw kaya na they-approve ang budget kang ragay na may counterpart bagay itong sa BUB na 1 million na garo otop para sa ragay. Maapektuhan yan kaya. Just for the record, Madam Chair.
Actually po, daiman po siya maaapektuhan. Ang makakaapekto po, kung ito pong 2015 BUB funds na download niyo po sa ragay, they po siya fully liquidated. Then, we cannot release po itong succeeding 2016 funds.
So, dapat po itong 2015 i-liquidate ninda and then
may utilize mo na po and then
ma-utilize tapos 2016 pwede naman i-release. Dawa mayong approved annual budget.
Yes, sir.
Ay, okay. The last year baga naramang may programa kamo duman, charge pala do sa fund nindo, download na nindo sa ragay. Garo nagduman yan kamo garo may
Pero may po akong nagpaparagay.
Oo. Anong counterpart kang munisipyo?
Ang counterpart pong pledge man po kang munisipyo, iyo po itong salary po kang mga staff na nagtatabang po sa project. And then at the same time, siguro po to some extent, mga minor office supplies po.
Staff na nagtatabang? Staff kang munisipyo?
Yes.
Staff kang DTI?
Po. Staff po kang munisipyo. DTI po, syempre po, kang staff ni Sarah.
Ang annual budget, si 2016 na tabang naman nindo parang BUB, madadagos basta i-implement si 2015 and then i-liquidate ninda. After na liquidate na ninda ang 2015, pwede naman mag-download kang kwarta.
Kami po pati sa DTI, marikas po kami maghiro.
Yung ngani. Kaya kay Ponte ko mag-train na ngani, kuyan, ining makwentulos, ma-implementa tulos yung mga training program na yan. Yung masalang kay Puhanta. Yun lang yan, Mr. Chairman. For the record lang, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Board Member Warren Senyar. If there are no more questions to our guest, at this point, the Chair would like to thank Director Edna and Attorney Ablay for honoring our invitation and shedding light on some issues in the community. So, salamat pong maray on behalf of the Sangguniang Palalawigan. Salamat pong maray. Thank you. Then, we have another guest. 1 minute recess to thank our guests. Thank you.
Siyang chief is Judy.
Session will now resume. We have another guest. We have the Schools Division Superintendent of Camarines Sur, Dr. Arnolfo Balani. With him is Dr. Sueño Lozada Jr. Of the Division Office of Camarines Sur, DepEd. So they have been requested to attend upon request of the Honorable Warren Senior.
No, Emmanuel Noble.
Manuel Noble. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The Honorable Noble is now recognized.
Before we proceed to the inquiries of the honorable bodies, gawa po kita mga set of question pertaining to the K-12 program. Saro, number one, Mr. Chair, before we proceed, para ma-update po kita kang program kang senior high school. May I request for the latest update and status of the K-12 program in the entire Camarines Sur, number one. And then second, you also explained the private public partnership of secondary school with regards to the amount of subsidy per student as well as teachers in the private secondary school. Tara mo po kaya, sir, Mr. Chairman, ang senior high school, even sa private school, mayroon din assistance pertaining. So, para ma-clear the honorable body, siguro mas magayon ang kaya. Then second, after that, mayroon akong question pertaining to the extension of school. So, I think we will now proceed to the K-12 program.
K-12. Okay. So the floor is now given to Dr. Bolani for presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Presiding Officer of this august body. We also would like to thank the members of this Honorable Sanggunian for the invitation extended to the Division of Camarines Sur. Maraming salamat po. I'm now going to present to you the status of implementation of senior high school in the Division of Camarines Sur. Actually, Camarines Sur Division is composed of more or less, based from our presentation, more or less 201 secondary schools, public secondary schools. And wala siya. Actually, anyway, the profile of public elementary and secondary schools in the Division of Camarines Sur. We have a complete, complete elementary schools, ang total nito ay 312. Then incomplete elementary, 50. So the total number of elementary schools in the entire Camarines Sur Division ay 862. While ang enrollment nito ay 397,847. And 9,252 teachers in the elementary level with 987 personnel. Or more or less, we have 16,000 personnel in all schools in the Division of Camarines Sur.
Including teachers.
Including teachers and non-teaching personnel. While we have, in the secondary level, we have 199 complete secondary schools with 3 incomplete secondary schools with a total number of 201. With the enrollment of 123,952, a number of teachers 5,126, and in the second private elementary and secondary school, we have 99 private kindergarten school with 110 elementary schools and 49 private secondary schools. I will just focus on the presentation of the updates of the senior high school in the Division of Camarines Sur. Hindi na yung iba. So, out of 201 public secondary schools, 197 schools will be offering senior high school this coming 2016-2017. So in the initial implementation of the senior high school, 197 public secondary schools will be offering this, the different tracks, the 4 tracks of the senior high school, while more or less 49 elementary and secondary schools, private secondary schools, including the schools of Board Member Noble, will be offering senior high school. And then, relative to the senior high school construction status as of January 26, 2016, in the first engineering district, 6 senior high school buildings have already been completed, with 2 school buildings for bidding and 29 ongoing. 29 school buildings are being constructed. In the second engineering district, we have 6 school sites, or more or less mga 7 school buildings have already been completed, 13 ongoing, and 4 require additional funding. In the third engineering district, 6 completed and 76 ongoing. Fourth engineering district, 7 completed, 24 ongoing, and 5 require additional funding. And in the fifth engineering district, 22 construction activities are still ongoing, and 3 need additional funding. So we expect that by 2016-2017, the total of 1 cohort, meaning the enrollment for the initial implementation of senior high school, is 30,530. And 30% of which will be enrolling in private secondary senior high schools. And then we have the 4 tracks under the senior high school: academic, arts and design, sports, and TBL. And in the academic strand, we have 4 in academic track, there are 4 strands. So I repeat, there are 4 tracks under the senior high school offering. And in the academic track, we have 4 strands: STEM, or science, technology, engineering, and mathematics; the ABM, accountancy, business, and management; the homes, humanities, and social sciences; and the GAS, general academic strand. Under STEM, there are at least 14 schools that will be offering STEM, 7 ABM, 12 homes, and 157. Majority of the public senior high schools will be offering GAS, or the general academic strand, with arts and design 2, sports 2, and TBL 154. Again, majority of our senior high schools in the division of Camarines Sur will be offering TBL 154. And then our classroom needs, 1,116 for 2 years, meaning the first 2 initial implementation of K-12 senior high school, we need 1,106 classrooms. So in the initial implementation, we will be needing 558 classrooms, but the DepEd allocation for the number of classrooms in the initial implementation is 951, as against 558 need of the division of Camarines Sur. So mas maraming inallocate for the initial implementation. And then we have more or less 443 excess senior high school classroom for 2006, with the premise that construction of 991 classrooms, classroom allocation for 2016 will be completed before May 2016. That's the premise. Meaning, if all the school buildings will be constructed before May 2016, we have an excess of 443 classrooms. And then in the workshop, meaning mga laboratory workshops ito, ang status natin, there are 6 workshops that will be constructed in 6 different textbook schools in the division. And these 6 are still ongoing. And hopefully before the end of May, the construction will be completed. The construction of these workshops will be completed. What are our ways to ensure that classroom, workshops, laboratories, and equipment are ready prior to the start of 2016? These are our options in case the classrooms, workshops, and laboratories are not ready prior to the start of 2016. These are our activities that we initiated in order to ensure that these classrooms, the classroom construction will be completed. So, we have already created the Senior High School Task Force on Facilities with the following objectives: to ensure that construction works are done according to the timeline, to provide the higher office feedback regarding construction of senior high school building, and to address issues and concerns relative to the construction activity. And the result is that regular monitoring was done. The task force members meet twice a month to discuss issues and concerns encountered during the monitoring period. And then we have also conducted bi-monthly coordination meeting between DepEd and the PWH in order to clarify terms of references and to discuss prevailing issues and problems and concerns encountered by in the process of constructing this building. And what are the main results? DepEd, Camarines Sur Division, and DPWH were clarified of their duties and responsibilities. Experiences in the past serve as lessons learned. And then we also conducted monthly and weekly observation of the bidding process, facilitated by DPWH. We always we see to it that we are always present during the bidding process conducted by the DPWH. And then mobile pre-construction meeting with recipient schools and DPWH. And then monitoring of senior high school construction. And then last December 10, we have conducted the so-called luncheon date with the LGU and municipal mayors. And I am proud to say that our presiding officer was present, including Attorney Simando, board member Simando, during that luncheon meeting. And then coffee date with Kalahi, civic organizations, and business sector. Ang ginawa rin natin ito. And on another alternative solutions, in case construction of senior high school building or construction is not completed by May 2016. Ito po ang option natin. In case the construction of senior high school building is not completed by May 2016. First, we are going to recommend non-DepEd schools to the senior high school entrance. So we will be partnering with the private senior high schools, so that they can accommodate the new entrance for senior high school. And then we will also identify and utilize excess junior high school classrooms kung walang-wala na talaga. And then we will be executing MOA with LGUs using LGU facilities as our temporary classrooms. And then, itong pinakauli namin gagawin kung walang-wala na, we will maximize class size for senior high school from 40 per class to mga 45 to 50 per class. What are the issues and concerns that we have encountered in the implementation of senior high school relative to the construction of school buildings in the division? First issue, 18 construction sites were found to have soft soil and low elevation. So these school sites need micropiling. Kailangan nating tabunan yung lupa. What was our action? We have already advised the PWH to report the matter to the central office for appropriate action so that we could request additional funding para dito. Ang result natin, 4 of 18 sites requested have been approved. So meron na tayo, from 18, may 4 na tayong na-approvean additional funding, and the rest, we're still waiting for additional funding. And then another issue, construction sites have existing structure. Ang action namin, the office recommended for demolition of the structure. Walang magagawa. So that we can commence the construction of the senior high school buildings. Another issue, schools have been found without buildable space. There are more or less 4 schools in the division of Camarines Sur which cannot offer a senior high school due to lack of buildable space. So that's the status of our
what about in
implementation of senior high school.
Is said that sa private school. So pag alimbawa hindi tayo makapag-implement sa public school pertaining to that K-12 program. How much the amount na subsidy para sa mga private school?
Actually, I just would like to make it clear that the government has allotted certain amount as subsidy to the private senior high school that will offer the different programs of the Department of Education. We have the so-called voucher program, and another is ESC. When we say ESC, the expanded. This is actually a contract, expanded.
Yes. In junior high school, I think almost in grade 7, almost 8,500.
In the junior high school, may isa voucher system po. Ang pagkakaiba ng ESC and voucher system, ang ESC is a contract, an agreement between the government, between DepEd and the owners of the private school.
Entity,
na
yes, yes.
Magkakaroon tayo ng Dito po sa voucher system, yung mismong DepEd magbibigay ng voucher to the recipient student. Sila maghanap ngayon ng school para i-present yung voucher. Pag na-enroll na yung bata, magbabayad ang gobyerno dun sa school. That's one.
So, I'm right, sir, that the amount is almost 14,000 per...
Ang sa voucher system po natin, may classification In National Capital Region, 22,000 plus.
In Capital Region, I think 22,000.
22,000.
But in province, I think almost 14,000.
14,000, sir, yan, actually 80% yan. If the student is a recipient of the ESC program. So 80% ang makukuha. Pero sa voucher system, ang makukuha mo is 100%.
So from public school, halimbawa, hindi ka nag-aral na doon sa public, then punta ka doon sa private school. I think the amount is almost 18,000 ang voucher.
Ang voucher po ay 80%. 80%. Hindi. From private school.
From public
school
going to
17,500.
private school.
If you are a recipient of the voucher system, 17,500 ang makukuha mo.
Yes, yes.
Pero if you are a recipient of ESC, 14,000.
14,000. So, ang computation natin dyan is almost parang pattern doon sa college yung first semester and then second semester. Kasi mayroon din tayo mga subject pertaining to first semester and then second semester. So ang concern ko ganito, sir. Kung ito ng gobyerno natin, then ang sabi po baga public-private partnership. So ibig sabihin kami nandiyan na. So lahat sa public sa private school, so makukonsider na natin good as free education. Sabihin, di naman kami nag-ano na ng tuition fee sa private school, then nandoon na nga yung amount. So parang yung gobyerno, yung pattern, instead sa private school also, makakabil na rin tayo ng tinatawag na free education. Yun ang contention sa national government. So ang tanong dito ganito, ano ngayon ang participation ng mga local government unit? So sabi mo medyo dating doon sa mga laboratory, ano na ngayon commitment ng mga local government?
Actually, majority of our municipal mayors have already made their pledges to support the senior high school program by providing by allocating amount from their SEF in the purchase of senior high school equipments. So may na po tayo dyan. Yun ang during our luncheon meeting, yun ang nangyari.
So far ano ang initiative ng to your office, ano na ngayon ang update?
Actually, majority nagpaano kami ngayon ng MOA. And even the SEF of the provincial government po, nandiyan si Mr. Espiritu kasama namin. Nag-approve kami ng 2 million pesos allocation for the purchase of senior high school equipments. So thank you po sa inyo.
So medyo as of now mayroon din mga local government unit na nag-support nitong program.
So palagi ko malaki po ang suporta sa atin ng provincial government and even the
so I think Governor Mix also support your program during the education summit. So I said siguro yung natin yung gobyerno naman ng province, governor po baga ang priority education. So I think kumusta kayo, ano ngayon ang ng province?
Yung si Governor Mix is fully supporting our program. So nag-allocate tayo ng 2 million para sa purchase ng and then may mga other facilities na bibigay ang provincial government through governor and vice governor.
Like I think mga cover court.
Mga covered court po.
So kailangan baga ng mga ngayon yung cover court. So one of program governor I think the implementation to mga cover court. So wala naman dito sa implementation ng K-12. Ang concern namin ganito sir sa private school. May mga school kasi na nag-open ngayon ng mga extension school. Halimbawa, mayroon akong eskwelahan, no? Ang main school ko nasa Buwi. So I'm right na pwede kang mag-put up ng mga eskwelahan, extension. Sa mga private school, it is legal on the part. Kasi mayroon akong alam na kaparehas ko mga private school na ginagamit. Halimbawa ngayon, pwede ba akong mag-put up kay senior high school? Gagamitin ko yung Buwi St. Joseph Academy in Iriga City and Bao.
Sa palagay
it is now considered legal?
Hindi siya, dapat kailangan pa rin ng permit. To be granted, authority to open extension classes. So tingin ko dapat maghingi pa rin siya kung sino yung mag-open. Maghingi pa rin ng permission from the Department of Education Regional Office ng permit to open extension classes.
What about sir ito mga university? May mga commitment, may mga MOA sila, personal na MOA between. Halimbawa, USAN, then school ko, mayroon kaming commitment doon sa academic track. So, am I right na dapat magkuha pa ng permit sa inyo?
Actually, hindi na dahil personal personal agreement yan of the private school with existing university. Okay lang yun. Dahil may permit naman para yun. So, hindi na kailangan
pero yung eskwelahan ko na mag-put up ako ng extension school without the knowledge ng office ninyo, it is not considered illegal.
Dapat may permit tayo.
So anong action ng office ninyo?
Actually, yung regional office po has already made some moves in order to inform those school owners
Simple,
na walang permit na
ganito ang mangyayari.
mag-request ng permit.
Mag-extend ako ng mga school dahil ang abil ko dito yung senior high school, makakaabil ako ng voucher we-open ng government. Once na yung pinaka-main mo doon lang sa buwi, pero yung ginagamit mo ngayon sa iba-ibang municipality para makaabil ako nitong voucher.
So, as I've said, the school owners need to secure permit from
the
regional office so
Okay.
that they can open another senior high school
Kasi
sites.
ang pinakamahirap dito, sir, baka mamaya yung kawawa yung estudyante, baka i-declare yun ngayon na na illegal on the part na nag-extend ka nga without prior dahil ang permit mo within the locality of within the municipal of Buwi. So i-declare ko na lang po sa regional office para at least then ito pa, sir, galing ako sa sa DepEd Central Office pertaining dito sa mga establishment of mga public high school within yung area niyan, yung pinaka-meter ng yung from halimbawa mayroon tayong private school within
2
that
kilometers sa radius po. 2 kilometers radius.
So in that na libre naman dahil po bagang full implementation ngayon sa junior high school, even the private school now avail the free education. Wala na kaming tuition fee sa private school. Sabi nga doon ni Yusiko Campos sa central office, na quote niya, hindi na kami interesado doon sa mga extension, sa mga dahil yung private school mismo mas nakaka-save kami doon nga sa nakaka-save sa teacher, nakaka-save sa building. So parang ang partnership nga pinapalakas na lang. So ang problema ko dito ganito. Pag sobrang politika, so papaano yung nyo cancel naman ninyo sa mga private school? Dahil kami nagsusunod kami doon sa mga requirements.
So
ano ang protection? Kasi mayroon kami last time mayroon kaming meeting sa APSCA.
Ang projection po sa 2 kilometer radius na yan, once na may private school within that radius,
Hindi kami nagkukontra.
Hindi na kami
nagkukontra doon
hindi
sa
na kami nagsasabi kami na pwedeng pumunta na sa private school. Pero kung talagang need, minsan nagbibigay tayo dahil kailangan rin naman kung hindi na pwedeng kung kakaunti ng space ng private senior high school, pwede tayong gumawa ng another senior
Kasi
high school.
even na ako personal na observation ko, even na magdagdag ng mga public or private school, talagang kulang pa. Ang dami pong mga hindi nakapag-eskwela from elementary to grade 7. Kaya sa ngayon, yung nakikita ko na lang ngayon, talagang full dissemination doon sa grade 6 na nakita ko kasi, sir, based on my observation, mas maraming hindi nakapag-eskwela sa grade 6 going to grade 7. Yun yung percentage. Pero dito ngayon sa program natin, sa K-12 program, naniniwala ako na mas gaganda yung buhay natin dahil nabibigyan pagkakataon yung mga estudyante. Pero ang anong pinaka-program natin sa grade 6 para doon makapagpatuloy sila ng pag-aaral nila?
Actually, ang main program natin I informed the school heads na to designate a guidance counselor para yung track maibigay namin pagpunta ng senior high school, ng junior high school.
Yeah,
so may mga programs kaming ganun. Sinalalakas namin ng guidance counseling. Then yung mga estudyante integrated yung guidance and counseling sa mismong subject area, sa lahat ng subject areas ng elementary schools.
Okay, wala naman ako iba pang mga concern pertaining to that. Gusto ko lang i-clear, based on your report sa mga building. So nakita ko doon mas marami sa ringkunada ang construction. So it is the effort of the congressman.
Actually collaborative effort yan ng lahat.
Kasi
So
based-
lahat tayo.
To the record kasi kay Congressman Portuno, lahat ng mga municipality doon sa Rinconada, almost mga secondary public school, may mga construction tayong mga building.
Actually, effort ng lahat yan. Ang effort ng DepEd, effort din naman ng congressman dahil silang nagagawa ng budget. So lahat yan.
So,
Lahat.
yung collective effort ng Congressman.
Collective efforts
So, thank you
yan.
very much, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so thank you. At this point, the presentation of the superintendent is very clear. So far, we have no problem yet, but should there be problems in the implementation of the K-12 comes June, they have already planned out the remedies. So at this point, with the chair would like to commend the schools division superintendent for smoothly managing the affairs of the DepEd in coordination with the DPWH. So at this point, the chair would like to thank our guest, Dr. Balani and Dr. Losada, for honoring our invitation. Thank you very much. Good morning. God bless you. One minute recess.
Maganda ko sa kinuhali sa DBM, padala mo ko sa office. Kulang ang assistant kaya, pagkatapos yan.
Again, thank you very much to our guests. Salamat po. Session will now resume. The Honorable Simando is now recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Circulars, letters, and other communications.
Mr. Chairman, may I move that items F3A to F3I inclusive be referred to the appropriate committees as marked.
So items F3A to F3I are hereby referred to the concerned committees as marked. Next item.
F4, review of municipal and city resolutions and ordinances.
May I also move, Mr. Chairman, that items A4A to A4G inclusive be referred to the appropriate committees as marked.
F4A to F4G are hereby referred to the concerned committees as marked.
Calendar of business for the day. Inclusion of Honorable Pacamara.
Mr. Chairman.
The Honorable Pacamara is recognized.
Thank you po. Ang pinakarason po, Mr. Chairman, kung nag-decision po kami na magpasa ng resolution supporting the resolution of Representative Antonio Bravo and Crescente Paez, both representatives of the Co-op NATCO party list, entitled, Mr. Chairman, an act amending certain provisions of the Charter of the National Irrigation Administration to abolish the irrigation service fees imposed on farmers. So, yan po ang pinakarason kung we decided, Mr. Chairman, to support this resolution. So, with this, Mr. Chairman, I move that resolution fully supporting House Bill number 3849 introduced by Honorable Antonio Bravo and Crescente C. Paez, representatives of the Co-op NATCO party list, entitled an act amending certain provisions of the Charter of the National Irrigation Administration to abolish the irrigation service fees imposed on farmers, which was filed at the House of Representative on February 5, 2014, be approved.
Anybody seconding the motion? Duly seconded by Honorable Nopro, Honorable Espiritu, and Honorable Simando. And Honorable Figuracion.
Co-sponsor, Mr. Chairman, Board Member Amador Simando.
Co-sponsor, Board Member Simando. Any objection? Hearing none, the same is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Next item, please.
Inclusion of Honorable Senior.
The inclusion of Honorable Warren Senior. Yeah. Yes, the Honorable Nopra.
Motion for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That has been there was already a motion. So can you just explain?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Two resolutions, Mr. Chairman, na ini, ang co-author with regards to the resolution of support sa House Bill ni Congresswoman Leni Robredo. Ino po tungkol duman sa food nutrients distribution, Mr. Chairman.
In all barangays.
Pending kang mga sa barangay. Tapos garo ma-create ning Food Security Council, magayon niyo na pig-sponsoran ni Congresswoman Leni Robredo. And then, in support lang naman, Mr. Chairman. Kaya, ang co-author, Mr. Chairman, the Vice Governor himself, and kami ang Kuya Nigdi. Tapos, with regards to the second resolution, Mr. Chairman, itong barangay volunteer workers and barangay officials na pending man, na pig-file man ni Congresswoman Leni Robredo, ang co-author naman, Mr. Chairman, is the Honorable Vice Governor, and of course, the President of the Liga ng mga Barangay. Yaon doon, Mr. Chairman. Dahil may pending motion na siguro, Mr. Chairman.
You second.
Ma-second nila ako, Mr. Chairman, duman. I apologize to everybody dahil na-kuyan kaya ako na apod kayan. Na ako yan duman kang taga-media na pag-interview kaya ako, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So, on motion of Honorable Nopra, duly seconded by Honorable Warren Senior. Any objection? Hearing none, the same resolutions are approved.
Other matters.
Other matters. The chair would like to remind all members of the Sangguniang Palalawigan and employees, we have a scheduled necrological service to the late Attorney Marito Bernales, former board member, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Iriga City. So, sana po makadumang kamo. Kung kita marayo naman, kita naman ang atindaran kayan. So, we have invited the Bicol Heritage Square to be there, to be with us during the ceremony. So, sana po yaraong kamo duman. Sige na. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Nopra.
Remind the schedule PBLMP convention will be on.
When is that?
February 22 up to February 25. I think the last convention. And then the awardees, I think the Honorable Boboy Nopra and Honorable Nono Espirito. So may I suggest, Mr. Chair, if the last session for the February will be also in Manila.
Okay. So as proposed, any objection? Our last session for the month be done in Manila.
Will be held also in
because you will all be attending
to support the awardees.
Board Member Councilors League,
the board member Nopra and board member Nono.
So we have two awardees here, board member Nopra and board member Espirito.
Then our guest, Mr. Chair, is also very much willing. Honorable Sal Fortuno, also the guest, invited guest for that
during the session. So the Honorable Fortuno is invited to attend to join our session in Manila on anong date yon?
February 20, I think February
23.
2020.
Okay, so 23 in the afternoon.
Yes. And,
so the secretary will arrange.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Any other matters? No more? No objection? Okay. If there are no more other matters, what is now?
Mr. Chairman, there being no other matters to take up, may we move for the adjournment?
Duly seconded by Honorable Bengua. Session is adjourned. Thank you. Good noon. God bless you all.